guys. So we are at halftime. Alabama's winning the game 9-6. This is actually kind of a very this is a situation I'm not really used to, only because for the most part we are normally the ones that are down, right? If you look at the 4 times we played Kirby Smart, we've always been down at halftime. Matter of fact, and I'm surprised Georgia didn't take like an early 10-point lead against this so that we can try to come back and win the game. I actually would feel a lot more comfortable if we were, but well, going down to halftime. I don't want that to happen in the second half, but I want that to happen, in the first half. I wouldn't mind it because we normally come back to these games. But guys, we had Alabama had an opportunity to win this game in the first half. We had an opportunity to blow this team out in the first half. Now, granted, this is Georgia, right? Georgia's defense, historically great defense. We get it. We understand it. But man, we had opportunities to literally score 21 points in this game. Jaleel Billingsley slipped. Now, I don't know if this is going to result in the Billingsley score, but Billingsley was wide open on an out route. Good separation. He trips and falls. You look at, Cameron Lack. You look at Jameson Williams prior to his knee injury, which, by the way, please, Jameson Williams, for the love of God, be all right. I know it's an ACL injury, but hopefully it's like partially tore and he can be back. Because, man, that dude, you wonder why people don't want to play in these games anymore. That's why. People don't want to play in these games. You wonder why people want to opt out of bowl games? This is why people opt out of bowl games. He just lost millions. But I hope that Jameson Williams, hopefully like maybe partially torn or something, and he could be out for like maybe I don't know. I just really hope he's okay. But Bryce Young underthrew Jameson Williams. Now, granted, he was under pressure. If our line could just hold for like literally half a second more, that's a touchdown. But instead, the ball was underthrown, and Jameson Williams tried to make a cut, and that's where he tore his ACL. So I just, man, we had that. The Latu, phenomenal out route, had an out route, took it all the way for like 50-something yards. I wish he was faster, because we would have scored that touchdown. That would have been the game. There's no way in hell Georgia's coming back to win this game. We gave Georgia 3 points. What the fuck? Why? Why? Listen, Kenny McIntosh had a great return. That's fine. But you got to trust your return, D. You got to trust your special teams. Trust your special teams to go out there and make plays. Don't be fucking conservative and try to go for a fucking pooch kick. What are we doing? We gave Georgia phenomenal field position. So we gave them 3 points, right? We had 2 touchdowns you make an argument, we had 3 touchdowns that we could have had, wasted. We let Georgia alive. Is this how Georgia fans feel when they play us? This how they feel? We let Georgia alive, man. Now they're going to get the ball back in the second half, and this is where shit can come. We got an entirely brand new half. Now, I'll say this about our defense. Our defense is playing out of their minds. Our defense is playing out of their fucking minds today. Dallas Turner, phenomenal sack. That's like his 8th sack of the year. Will Anderson has been a menace all day long. DJ Dale, Fadarian Mathis, Byron Young, Justin Igbogbe. I don't know if we saw Timothy Smith, but our defensive line is killing it. And that's what I kind of talked about when I made these videos earlier on. Like, listen, everyone talk about Georgia's front seven. No one's talking about Alabama's defensive line. Bama's defensive line has gotten better and better and better every single week, and we are holding our own against Georgia's run game. We're doing the one thing that I said, make Stetson Bennett throw the football. A lot of people would say, no, Stetson Bennett can throw the football. Right? These analysts out there saying, no, Stetson Bennett can win this. And maybe he can win this game with his arms. But you just can't rely on Stetson Bennett to only be to be the only factor, right? You have to run the football. You have to try to establish a sort of balance in order to get Stetson Bennett going. Because at this point, we're not even stacking the box when Georgia's running the football. We're simply having 4 or 5 guys on our defensive line, and we're just holding up the line of scrimmage. Georgia's averaging almost less than 3 yards per carry. So I think that should tell you all you need to know, guys. That should tell you all you need to know about this football game. And listen, this is a very physical, tight game. I said that Georgia's defense is going to play a lot better. They have played a lot better. But man, Alabama left 21 points easily off the board. And I understand you're not going to get them all, but we didn't have 1 touchdown. And we had it. We had it, man. Whether it was whether when we were in the red zone, really 2 times, and the last one, that was really an opportunity to score and change the momentum of this game. Literally killed Georgia. but we're letting Georgia stick around. We're letting Georgia hang around. And as Georgia fans, what happens when you let a team hang around for you for so damn long? They're gonna come back and win. We've done it 4 times, especially in 2012 and during the SEC championship game. So we got to play a lot better in the second half. I'm actually a lot more nervous in the second half than I think I've ever had playing against Georgia over the last 4 or 5 times. I'm actually really nervous because our offense, man, I mean, we lose Jamison Williams, you lose John Metchie, you lose your best underneath guy, you lose your best guy over the top. Now you're literally stuck with freshmen. So that entire freshman class that everyone kept saying, hey, we got to, including myself, we got to let these freshmen play. Well, that's what you get. That's what you have. JoJo Earl, Ja'Cory Brooks, and Ajayi Hall. I'm sorry, Ajayi and Ajayi Hall. That's it. That's what you're seeing in the game, man. We saw Ajayi Hall, man. He had a couple of drops, but he also made a phenomenal run after the catch for like 20-something yards. So I'm nervous as all hell, guys. I am nervous in the second half. I went from not being nervous. I wasn't nervous at all, guys. Like seriously, like I didn't have the bubble guts until like maybe the first couple minutes of the game, but like not as much. Where I'm like sweating and I'm shivering. I mean, I get all types of effects every game. I wasn't nervous. Not because I thought Alabama was gonna like dominate the game, but I don't know, for some reason I'm like, you know what? Even if we lose this game somehow, no one expected us to be here, and I'm just glad that we have got here. I'm more excited about 2022. But now that I'm watching the game, and I'm realizing that we literally are better than Georgia. We're better. Like the first half speaking, we are the better team. And we let Georgia off the hook. Everything I said that was going to happen with Stetson Bennett happens. He was going to panic. He was going to panic if you put on pressure. He was not going to be as effective as a thrower. They were not going to establish the dominance in the ground game. And I think, and by the way, I think we should put all this shit to bed. For all the Michigan fans saying that if Georgia can do that to us, then they're going to. If Georgia can do that to us, then they're definitely going to do it to Alabama. Stop it. We're not Michigan. And I think that for the most part, we pretty much, if it's not for certain that we show that we're not the Michigan Wolverines, I think it pretty much showed in the first half that, yeah, we are not the Michigan Wolverines. All right, but let me read some of your comments. Guys. All right. Oh, shit, I got to go all the way back to the top. All right, let's see. I'm ready to see Ajayi explode. Yeah, man, Crimson, man, I can't wait to see him, man. I'm excited. Like I said, guys, this is not just for this game. This is for the future. I hope Williams is okay. Yeah, I hope Williams is okay, too, Ice. I just really do. You guys are hanging tough with us, though, man. Georgia has to play better on offense. Yeah, man, Georgia has been sloppy football for them, man. I mean, just nothing but penalties. I mean, it's like every time they start a drive, it's always like a major penalty. Like it's bad field position or it's just bad penalties. The game is so close. Yeah, Isaiah, man. I mean, like I said earlier, man, Bama we should be up by 2 scores, at least by 2 scores right now. I'm nervous. Like I'm legit nervous in the second half because I know Georgia can turn it on. I know they can turn it on, and all Georgia needs is a touchdown. That's all they need. If Georgia can get a touchdown, I don't know. I think that's literally going to change the entire momentum in this game. So our defense has got to just continue to play better. IG might pop off. He might pop. He might. I mean, and again, you saw his verticality, right? He had a drop pass. That was more of a, that's just good coverage. That's good coverage. I can't say that's a bad pass by Bryce. But I think it's pretty safe to, I mean, you can see just his verticality and why in the hell everyone wants Ajayi on the football field. That dude's vertical is insane. Like I said, though, take shots down the field, right? Stop with these short, intermediate throws. Georgia, it has no respect. Dan Lanning said it best. Number 1's out the game. Come up against these motherfuckers. Listen, take shots down the field. Don't be afraid to take shots down the field. You have to make this defense respect the passing attack. They don't respect the passing attack anymore. Shout out to y'all as Georgia fan. This is SEC Slug. Yeah, dude. This is LSU Bama 2011. Not the second time, but the first time. It's a slugfest. You going live after the game? Yeah, Sexton. I'm going live after the game. So after the game is over, I'm gonna do my normal post-game reaction, and then I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna chat it up with you guys. Stetson Bennett is fucking terrible. Yeah, Stetson Bennett's not playing good, man. He's not. But like I said before, like Bama and Georgia fans, we know this. I mean, I mean, Stetson Bennett is not a bad quarterback, but he's not a superstar, right? He's not a Heisman finalist. And this is why a lot of people, people chose Georgia because of his defense, not because of Stetson Bennett. People chose Alabama because of Bryce Young and his ability to create plays. I think that's the difference right now. I think you're seeing it. Stetson Bennett is not creating plays. He made that one huge play to George Pickens on a fly route. It was just a simple fly route where Kool-Aid got caught. I don't even say it was horrible coverage. Pickens, for the most part, had inside leverage the entire time. It was just a great play design by Munkin and great by Stetson Bennett to throw. Stetson Bennett is one of the best. When Stetson Bennett is not pressured, he's one of the best deep throwers I think I've seen in college football in a while. But that's the thing. If you put the pressure on him, he's not going to have the ability to make these throws. Go back, see if I missed any of your comments. These are the games that get you stressed. Yeah, man. These are the games that definitely, like, my blood pressure is up. Like, I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a calm day. Whether if we win or lose, I'm going to be calm. And then all of a sudden I'm watching the game, and then my stress level is, like, high. And it's not because, Bama's, like, getting dominated or anything. It's the opposite. Bama is dominating the first half. We're just not taking advantage of opportunities. And that's a Georgia thing. That's not a Bama thing in these matchups. That's a Georgia thing. I'm hoping Williams comes back. No, he's done. I mean, I hope he does come back. But if he does come back, he's going to be coming back in sweatpants. He's done. And it's a shame too, man, because we just cost that dude millions of dollars. Go Dogs, Nick Thompson said. Isaiah Mendoza, same. Throw him in IGN. Yeah, I completely agree with that. So many missed chances. Yeah, Epic, I agree, man. We missed a lot of chances. We had 21 points on the board. We had 21 points on the board that we missed out, and I understand you're not going to get every one of them. I understand that, but you had 21 points. You had 3 opportunities to get at least 1 touchdown. Because I'm telling you, the difference between the difference in this game right now for us winning this game is a touchdown. If we would have now, sir, and I'll say this: if we had 2 touchdowns in this game, the game's over. Like, I'm turning the channel, I'm watching something else, I'm getting ready for prep, and I normally don't do that. But I said it during the Georgia-Michigan game, like, I'm starting to get better at really telling when a team is going to win or when they're going to lose. I'm really starting to get better at that. And I can say this right now, if Alabama would have had 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, the game was over. Georgia would have lost all the momentum. But, again, just like Georgia does to us, we're letting them hang around. That's a Georgia thing, and that's scary to think of. We're letting this team in the ball game. I'm telling you, all it takes is a touchdown for Georgia in order for them to potentially change the momentum of this game. Bro, Todd Sexton. Toby says, "What's up, everyone? What's going on, Toby? We should have had at least one touchdown." Yeah, Aaron, I completely agree. We should have at least had a touchdown. It's all good. At least we're moving the ball. Yeah, we're moving the ball. We are moving the ball, right? And again, that's another thing. Michigan said, well, if Michigan couldn't move the ball, if we couldn't establish a ground game against Georgia, then Alabama's not going to be doing that the second time, and we're moving the ball. Maybe not as effective and efficiently enough as we did in the SEC championship game, but that's to be expected. This is the SEC champ. This is the College Football National Championship, and we're still moving the ball, not at will, but we're doing a very good job pushing the ball. We're just not capitalizing on opportunities, penalties. Bill O'Brien's shitty-ass red zone play calling has costed us some touchdowns. Cameron Latu dropped the touchdown. Again, it was a great play by Dean, but he dropped the touchdown. Go Dogs, hope Jameson's okay. Though, hope he doesn't drop so far in the draft. Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. I think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna fall all the way to the 5th or the 6th or the 7th round, but he's not gonna be a first-round pick after this. He's done. If Jameson comes back and he wants to try to get that draft stock all the way up, he has a chance to do that. If he goes, it's gotta be a second round. I think he's gonna go in the second round because I don't think the team's gonna. You can't miss out a chance to get that dude. That dude is way too explosive, way too fast for a team not to pick him in the first 2 to 3 rounds. That would be a steal. Again, he had easily $10 million, easily $10 million, and now I think that's just out the window. These adjustments are crucial. Yeah, I completely agree, Aaron. We got to make adjustments, and I think the scary thing is that we haven't seen Georgia's best, so we don't know what we can make adjustments for. Right? In these first halves against Georgia, the last 3 to 4 times, we can make adjustments. We can figure out what we're doing wrong, and we can try to make adjustments to it. We're not really doing a lot of bad things wrong. I mean, if you want to change something, it's our secondary needs to make the adjustments. Our secondary needs to make the adjustments. But, I mean, it's not really entirely their fault because Tyree Jackson is a backup, right? He's a backup. Our safeties are not the best in coverage. We know this now. Our front seven is the reason why we're in this ball game right now. The reason why we're dominating this ball game, at least not on the scoreboard, but on paper, it's why we're dominating. So, you know, it's scary that we haven't made. It's scary about the adjustments. We're getting pressure on Bryce Young. Yeah, you guys are getting tremendous pressure on Bryce Young, way more than the first half. You know, and that's why I think again it's crucial for this team to take advantage of opportunities because Georgia, again, all it takes is one Georgia touchdown in order for this entire thing to shift. And you can call game if they score a touchdown. We got to score. Yeah, I agree. And it can't be field goals, man. It can't be field goals. We got to be more aggressive. We got to start scoring some touchdowns. Again, this is not LSU, right? This is not Jefferson. This is not Jordan Jefferson here, guys. This is Stetson Bennett. Listen, as much as we get on Stetson Bennett's ass, I think we all can agree. We will take Stetson Bennett over Jordan Jefferson in a fucking heartbeat. So we got to play a lot better. Too many opportunities left out there. Needed 7 on that first. And yeah, I mean you needed it. Cameron Latu dropped the touchdown. You got to catch that ball. Listen, I understand it's tough, but you have to catch that ball. If you catch that pass, that's a touchdown right there, man. That's 2 scores. You got to make that catch. Don't junk it. Are you trying to say you don't jinx it? Yeah, I'm trying not to, man. Michigan sucks. Michigan's a good team, but Michigan's a good football team. They're not a great team. We got to stop using the word great team, great around. There's only 2 great teams right now in college football, and that's Alabama and that's Georgia. Georgia should have had 4 flags in the first half. Georgia had 5 penalties in the first. That's another thing that we should have took advantage of. We got to start taking more advantage of these penalties, guys. Georgia had, I think, 5 or 6 penalties, and they could have had at least 2 or 3 more. Row Tide, absolutely. Second half all depends on O'Brien's adjustments. I just hope he can make the correct ones. Listen, O'Brien's got to be more aggressive because the run game is not working, right? If there's anything we can do in the run game, it's that maybe we can average 3 yards, maybe 4 yards. But we got to start taking shots down the field. Georgia's, their defense, they're not respecting us. Their front 7 is not respecting us. Like you saw, there were times where there's like 8, 9 dudes in the box. They are not respecting it, right? Well, for the most part, it's a lot of short, intermediate. We're attacking their intermediate zones. We got to start taking shots deep down the zone. There's a reason why we have 5 stars. If we can start taking shots down the field, and if we can connect on at least maybe 1 or 2 of those throws, Georgia's secondary is going to play a lot more conservative, right? They're going to start playing a lot more conservative. You saw that, you know, we got to take the pressure off of Bryce Young. Stop. We have to find a way to not let Georgia continuously stack the box against us. We got to take the pressure off of Bryce Young, man. Start taking deep shots deep down the field. And even if we don't connect, at least we're telling Dan Lanning that, listen, we're not just because Jameson Williams is out this game doesn't mean that we're not going to stop taking shots down the field. We're going to take shots. Our 5-star, we got to have confidence that our receivers are better than their corners, better than their safeties. Check your mic. My mic might be shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm using a phone, so my mic might be shit. Tyree. Bryce got to move around and open up for us more. Yeah, I agree. He's got to. Bryce, I don't know. I mean, Bryce, he's trying to move around. You know how Bryce Young is. He's a pocket passer, but I mean, I don't know. We need 2 touchdowns. Yep. What's going on? We playing soft? I mean, I'll have to disagree. I think that this has been a very physical football game. I just feel like it's just little things that's just really killing it. How was that Bryce Young fumble not intentional grounding? Yeah, I thought that was going to be intentional grounding. I didn't think that was a fumble, but I did think that was intentional grounding. Audio's not good. Let me check out this audio real quick, guys. I apologize. Okay. If the mic's not that good, guys, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I gotta do the setting all over again, so I apologize for my mic. I know what the issue is though. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying, man. If we can just give Bryce Young just a little bit more time, that was a touchdown. And instead, he got pressured. He underthrew the ball, and Jameson tore his ACL. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Bama Brock. It's gonna be a tough physical football game. It's gonna be a tough physical football game. It's not gonna be easy for either or. It's gonna be tough. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the halftime show. Enjoy the rest of the second half, whether if you're a Bama fan or a Georgia fan. I definitely wish luck on both teams, both parties. Hopefully, everyone can stay healthy. Hopefully, we don't get more injuries, and let's go back and get some football. So we'll see. But I'll catch you guys in the post game. Definitely make sure to stick tuned for the post game reaction and post game live, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.